FIFA 18 is finally out, which means it's time to get started off with the Barcelona Career Mode series. Welcome guys to the first episode of the FIFA 18 Barcelona Career Mode. I am super excited to bring you guys this series because Barcelona is the club that I support and I always do a career mode with Barcelona in basically every edition of FIFA. If you guys are excited for this series, and trust me, you should be, there are a lot of cool things coming to this series with all the new cutscenes and also stuff that I've included myself. I think it's going to be a fantastic year for career mode. If you guys are excited for today's video, you know what to do. Make sure to drop a like on this video. Let's smash out 300 likes. If you guys smash out 300 likes, I will guarantee you guys another episode of this series tomorrow. Also, later tonight, you guys will get the first episode of the new Premier League Road to Glory career mode with Huddersfield. That is also gonna be a lot of fun. So make sure you stay subscribed to the channel because there'll be a lot of FIFA 18 content coming your way. Earlier today I uploaded an episode of The Journey. If you guys want to check that out, make sure you go to my channel page and you can watch that after this episode. So first up, we are going to be accepting this invite to a pre-season tournament. I'm just going to be selecting the one that gives us the most money, which is the American Challenge Cup. Also, Barcelona last season had a terrible season in terms of trophies, only managed to pick up the Copa del Rey, so we've got to make improvements to this side. And also, look at this, PSG managed to sign Neymar, as you guys know, after paying that release clause, which was kind of embarrassing for a club like Barcelona. And Barcelona have responded by signing Dembele. I don't know why is he costing 50 million in this series, but he's actually worth 105 million pounds. That's what Barcelona paid for Ousmane Dembele. And also Barcelona did sign Nelson Semedo, Paulinho and Deulofeu. So those were the signings Barcelona made, but I personally think they're not enough. We still need to make improvements in a lot of departments. Up front, I think this team is still lacking in terms of depth. In defense, it's an aging defense with PK, Mascherano and Vermaelen. Obviously, Matthew has been sold, but it's still an aging defense. The same with the midfield, so we've got to make a ton of improvements to Barcelona. So if you guys have any transfer suggestions, make sure to leave them down in the comment section below. I basically read every single comment. We've got a transfer budget of about 115 million pounds, so I mean, it's a lot of money and we can make a lot of improvements. Now, looking at some of the board objectives in terms of domestic success, continental success, we've got to basically win every single trophy, and with the resources we have, I think it is achievable. And also, our youth development objective is actually a pretty difficult one. They want us to sign 3 defenders from the youth academy and also one with the potential of 85, and we've got to increase their overall by 10 points. That is a difficult objective, and which just shows we've got to focus on the youth academy no matter what. So in this episode itself, we will sign a great youth scout. Now, something new to this career mode that has replaced the squad report is the squad hub, where you can see everything regarding your career mode in terms of your player status, whether he's match fit, his transfer status and all that kind of stuff. You can see his stats, you can see his attributes, you can obviously see his financial standing in your club, like, you know, what contract does he have any clauses. You can even see the traits of your players. I just love this squad hub feature. He just looks so good, and you can even see the player walking out when you select him, which is so nice to see. He have really put a lot of effort into career mode this year. Although it is not enough, I think they're going into the right direction. Now, looking at the squad we've got, improvements certainly need to be made. Otherwise, Barcelona wouldn't have gone without winning the La Liga or the Champions League. So, as you can see, in terms of goalkeeper, I think I'm fine in that department. Ter Stegen and Silicin are fine. I'm going to be getting rid of that Ortola guy. Alex Vidal is a player that I'm definitely going to sell. The same with Thomas Vermaelen. I'm kind of unsure about Mascherano because he's still a good defender and he's been a good servant at the club. Scored 1 goal for Barcelona, which was a funny one as he scored a penalty. But anyways, let me know what we should do with Mascherano, because we've got someone as good as Marlon Santos out on loan. He's a very good centre-back, guys, I'm telling you. I'm really happy with the left-back situation because Jordi Alba and Digne are good left-backs. Regarding the midfield, we've got some great midfielders. At the same time, we've got some kind of average midfielders. Arda Turan is definitely one that I'll be getting rid of. Rafinha is one that I'm unsure about because he's a decent player, but if I get a good offer for Rafinha, I will get rid of him. About Paulinho, we can't sell him because he's a new transfer, so we've got to keep him. Besides that, he offers something different to this side in terms of physicality, pace in midfield, someone that can attack, someone that can defend, a box-to-box midfielder. So, you know what, we can see what he does for us this season. Hopefully he will perform, but our midfield looks solid, but we do have to get rid of a few players in there like Andre Gomez. I don't want to keep him because he had a horrible season, and well, we've got other better midfielders like Denis Suarez and some midfielders that I want to sign, so yeah. No Andre Gomez, hopefully we will sell him as soon as possible. Now, something returning to my FIFA 18 career modes are press conferences. Now, in these, you guys can ask me questions related to this series, so go down and comment any question you've got and I will answer them in the upcoming videos. They can literally be about any rumors regarding the series, even maybe non-unrelated stuff. It's up to you guys. Just get creative and let me know your questions down in the comment section below. Now that we've got that out of the way, it's time to look at the transfer hub and the plays I've got in my mind to sign. Now, I know a lot of you guys want me to go for the big name signings like Paulo Dybala, but I did that in last year's or in FIFA 17's Barcelona career mode. This year, I want to create a dynasty with Barcelona that can, dominate football for years to come. And I think these signings are definitely going to help so. Kasper Dahlberg and Justin Kluivert are two players that I really want to bring in. I'm going to be scouting them now so that I can know more about them before getting into contract and transfer negotiations. Before that, let's go ahead and sign Laporte. He's got a release clause of £67 million, but I'm not willing to pay that. I want to see if I can, get through some deal with Athletic Bilbao and get him for a cheaper price, because that will definitely be helpful. So these are the new transfer negotiations, which I think look fantastic. And of course, we are trying to negotiate right now with Atletico Bilbao's representative for Aymeric Laporte, the 23-year-old who's valued at £31 million and overall 84 rating. So he's of course a very good player, and I'm going to be trying to get a swap deal done. So I'm offering Arda Turan, who's valued at £18 million. Are Bilbao going to be interested in him? Probably not. And there you can see Bilbao don't want Arda Turan. In fact, right now, who wants Arda Turan? He's not a good player anymore. So I'm going to be offering Thomas Vermaelen. He's a centre-back. Will Bilbao accept him? Let's find out. And they do. And of course, they do want a lot of money because, well, Vermaelen isn't valued at that much amount. So 53.89 million is what they want. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try offering someone like £45 million. I know it's not near as enough as what they want, but let's just see what the representative of Athletic Bilbao comes back with, because if they do accept, that is a pretty good deal for someone as good as Laporte. We'll have like 3 quality centre-backs in the team. You know what? Include Mascherano in there. We'll have 4 quality centre-backs and 2 that are super young and can be the pillars of our defence for years to come. So I really want this deal to happen. And in the end, ultimately, I had to pay the entire fee they wanted because, well, Bilbao weren't budging. So we get the signing done, and it's going to be costing us a lot, about £53 million, but we haven't actually completed the signing yet. We've got to still negotiate with Laporte for this contract. And again, contract negotiations will be conducted with the player's agent and the player. How cool is this, man? EA, seriously, props to you guys for including this in career mode. I know some people think the cutscenes get a bit tedious, but you can skip the the talking parts and all and get to the business, which I think is fantastic. So, of course, the squad role Laporte wanted is important, and I'm going to give him that because he's going to be important to this team. We can't have PK playing every game because of his stamina and because of his age, so Laporte having an important squad role makes sense. I really want to see what a partnership of Laporte and Umtiti plays like. Contract length 4 years. I'm not going to be putting a release clause because I don't want the same thing that happened to Neymar happen with Laporte. So the wage I'm going to be offering Laporte is going to be just £60,000 per week. How crazy is that we're going to be getting someone as good as him for that kind of wage? And the signing bonus I'm going to offer him is £400,000. At first I thought that was way too much, and well, I guess it is way too much because Laporte's agent directly agreed with that. So, well, it doesn't really matter. We've signed a quality centre-back and improved the defence. A lot of people do criticise Barcelona's defence because they do concede some silly goals, but with the addition of Laporte, I think our defence is solid. We've got players like PK, Umtiti, Jordi Alba, Digne as well, Semedo, the new signing. Our team is looking solid now in terms of defense. Now we just need to strengthen the midfield and attack. Any suggestions? Let me know down in the comment section below. And something new that I'm going to be introducing to this series, Player Scout. As soon as we sign a new player, I'm going to be showing you guys a few clips of the player in real life to know how the player plays in real life and see if we can emulate his play style in the game. As you can see from these clips, he is a very solid defender, and you know what, he's actually pretty decent with the ball as well in a lot of occasions. and he's very good in the air, which is something I think we will need because of our set piece defending being shocking. PK is good in the air, but you know, mostly only in attacking sense. Defending wise, I'm not too sure, but I think Laporte brings a lot to the team. Let's hope he can deliver. And as you can see, as I was talking about the defense being good, it is actually pretty good. We are going to be getting rid of Alex Vidal, but we've got Roberto who can play in that position, and for the first season, I think I'm going to be using Roberto and Semedo, rotating both of them in that position. I might occasionally play Sergio Roberto in midfield, but you know, he can play there. His primary position should be in midfield actually, but I don't mind using him out wide because he's a very good player, technically sound, and yeah, I really enjoy using him. That Laporte signing has drained the budget though. We've now got £60 million to spend. That's still a lot of money. We are still looking to complete the Dahlberg and the Kluivert deal. Seri is another player that I want, but I think we won't have enough money to get through all these 3 deals because Dahlberg might be an expensive signing, but with the player sales, I'm sure we'll be able to get through those deals. Time for some training now. Ousmane Dembele, Deulofeu, Denis Suarez, Umtiti and Semedo all going through training. Obviously, as you guys know, I'm not going to be training the likes of Leo Messi, Luis Suarez because they're old players and their overalls don't increase. I'm pretty sure you guys do know about that. And the training session went pretty well. Denis Suarez gets a B in his training, and Umtiti gets a D, Semedo gets a D. Not too bad, to be honest. We've now finally signed a youth scout, Spanish, 4-star experience, 4-star judgment. I've sent him to Spain for 3 months. Hopefully he'll bring us some defenders. As you guys know, the defenders, we need to get like 3 defenders to complete that youth objective, and I really want to focus on completing all the board expectations because I don't want this board to be disappointed with me and to sack me. That will be absolutely tragic. Before we get any further, to prevent what happened with Neymar, I'm having a look of the release clauses of certain players, and looking at them, we've got to be careful. Ter Stegen's release clause is very less, and I'm going to start offering contracts. While you guys see the release clauses, let me know which players' release clauses I should bump up down in the comment section below, because Sergio Roberto's is pretty low as well with £36.1 million. Umtiti as well, for the way he plays and for his age, £55 million is very low. Dignes is super low, man, £26.6 million. We definitely need to offer him a new contract. Let me know who should we start offering contracts first down in the comment section below. Iniesta's release clause is kind of fair because he's old. I'm not sure any club will pay that much, and also I doubt he will obviously sign with any other club, but he's got only 1 year left on his contract. Should we offer him a new contract, guys? In my opinion, we definitely should. He's a club legend. So let me know down in the comment section whether we should offer Andres Iniesta a new contract or not. Denis Suarez's release clause, £40.5 million. I'm not too sure about that. He needs a higher release clause because he's that good. In fact, most of these Barcelona players in here, their release clauses aren't that great. And the funny thing about this one is Dembele's release clause is like £80 million. Barcelona in real life signed him for £105 million. That is just idiotic. Luckily for us, none of the big players in the team like Messi, Suarez have a release clause, which is perfect. The last thing we want is another Neymar saga. As you can see, we've received a transfer offer from the team that we're going to be facing next in the preseason tournament, Ivan Rakitic, and it's an offer that is very tempting because £55.8 million for Rakitic, who is 21 years old, is actually a brilliant offer. And as you can see, we are going to be negotiating this deal because I want to get rid of Rakitic because he's 29, and I think we need to reduce the average age of the squad because it's an aging squad, so getting younger players will definitely help. And I think selling someone who's 29 for this kind of fee will definitely help that. And if we do sell him for this kind of fee, we can bring in a top-notch midfielder, the likes of Verratti, Coutinho, Pogba even. I'm not too sure about Pogba, but we can do that, guys. It's up to you guys to decide. If we do sell Rakitic, who should we sign in the midfield role? I'm not going to be signing that player in this episode. That transfer is completely up to you guys. So go down in the comment section and let me know who you guys want. And as you can see, after the long drawn negotiations, Rakitic has been secured by Man City for £60 million approximately. But the deal is not complete, to be honest, as Rakitic still has to sign with Pep, of course, the contract. So we'll see what happens with that deal. I'm sure he will sign though, because well, Manchester City is a big club and Pep Guardiola is there. And also some of the other players I'm looking to sign for that midfield role, Christian Eriksen as well. So Verratti, Eriksen, Coutinho, Seri, maybe even Pogba. And I'm not too sure about that though. So you guys need to go down in the comment section and let me know who you guys want me to sign. I think we definitely need a world-class midfielder because of Rakitic's departure, and I think this is the perfect opportunity for us to bring someone. So it's up to you guys. Besides that, now it's time to play our first game in this series. with Barcelona against Manchester City in the pre-season tournament. Our group is actually a pretty tricky one. We've got LA Galaxy, we've got Juventus, and we've got City. What can we do in this group? Hopefully we can win the pre-season tournament. Let's find out by playing our first game against City. Well, it is time for the first game of this series, and it's against Pep Guardiola's Manchester City in this pre-season tournament. Obviously, it's going to be a tough game because they're a good side, and as you guys know, all these games in this series will be on Legendary, so keep that in mind. And also, we've only made one signing so far, and one player is going to leave the club most likely to Manchester City. That is obviously Ivan Rakitic. We are still trying to make more signings. Of course, you guys have to decide on the midfielder, on who we should sign. And apart from that, we're trying to wait on more details regarding Dahlberg and Justin Kluivert, two players that I really want to have at Barcelona, two youngsters that can be the pillar of this club for years to come. So regardless, we'll talk about all that stuff later. For now, this is the lineup that I've decided to go with. Suarez, Dembele, Messi up front. That is the strike force. I want to see how it works together, how it gels. Let's find out in this one. Paulinho, a new signing. I would have sold him if he wasn't a new transfer, but as we can't sell him, might as well use him and see how he plays. Besides that, he offers something different to this side. You know, as a super sub, I think Paulinho can do a good job in real life. He's doing pretty well for Barcelona. Busquets is, of course, the pillar in this midfield. Dennis Suarez again starting for this one because I want to see how he plays. And yeah, so quick subs are something new to FIFA this year, which means you can make subs without pausing the game, which is fantastic. So let's set up these quick subs. So for Dennis Suarez, my quick sub, I want it to be Rafinha. I don't want to play Iniesta that much in this one. In fact, not at all. I want to rest him for this game and I'll play him in the next one. But I do want to try out Deulofeu, so I'll bring off... In fact, I think I'll bring off Luis Suarez for Deulofeu, or maybe not. You know what, I'll just bring off Dembele for Deulofeu as my second quick sub. And as my third quick sub, I want Sergio Roberto coming on for Paulinho. So those are quick subs. We'll see how it looks in game. I think it's going to look fantastic. First game of the series, new signing Laporte. Let's see how he performs. Let's get into this one and win this game. Here's Gabriel Jesus. Plays it in behind into one of the City youngsters. We can't clear it. That's a poor clearance and Gabriel Jesus gets the shot off. Luckily for us, it was off target. We haven't started this game well so far. Here's Dembele. We are waiting to see more from him and he does so well in that position. Here's Ousmane Dembele using that pace. That is exactly what we need him to do. Dembele cuts it inside into Luis Suarez. Perfect goal from Barcelona. Dembele using that pace. And obviously Luis Suarez with probably one of the easiest goals he'll ever score. 1-0 to Barcelona. Even though we haven't been the best team in these 20 minutes, we've taken the lead with a bit of luck. Let's go, man. First goal of this series is a pretty decent one. Luis Suarez plays it in behind into Ousmane Dembele. This is again a similar situation. Cuts inside into Leo Messi. How is the keeper saved that? Great goalkeeping. I'm not sure who he is. Is he Edison? Doesn't look like Edison though, but Messi denied by the goalkeeper. Oh, brilliant from Sergio Busquets. Now Dembele. Here's Leo Messi. Messi's through. Here goes Lionel Messi. Messi on his left foot. Messi with the finish shot. And Leo Messi against Pep's Man City has scored a beauty. And there's the classic Leo Messi celebration. What a strike from Messi. 2-0 against Manchester City. To be honest, this Manchester City side isn't their first team at all. They're playing a lot of youngsters and we've played a very strong squad, so I think it's expected for us to win. But 2-0 under 30 minutes is fantastic, and what a finish from Leo Messi. Brilliant stuff from the little Argentine. Wow, this was a brilliant first half. I didn't expect this team to perform so well considering it is my first FIFA 18 game on this full version of the game, so I didn't expect this at all. Messi was brilliant, Suarez was good, and Dembele with that brilliant assist to Luis Suarez as well. Our front three is clicking, midfield is doing the job, both defensively and bringing the ball forward. Defense getting the job done as well. Let's perform well in the second half and maybe score a few more goals. Here's Semedo using that pace, finds Leo Messi. Messi, nice shimmy to get away from his opponent. Messi with a shot. Oh, what a strike from Leo Messi. Absolutely brilliant stuff from the Argentine, and there's his trademark celebration once again. If he can do this for us once the season starts, you guys are in for a treat. We're going to win a lot of trophies if Messi can keep this form up. What a strike from Messi. Brilliant stuff. It's 3-0 against Man City. Paulinho into Luis Suarez, should score this. Oh, brilliant stuff from Luis Suarez as well. This attack, man, without Neymar, we are still performing really well. Messi and Suarez, too good, man, for Manchester City. Let's now make a few substitutions. Let's bring on Rafinha for, obviously, Denis Suarez, and we'll make a few more substitutions as the game progresses. But 4-0 against City, that's domination, and it's on Legendary, guys, and I think it's got to do with the fact that City have played a lot of youngsters, and we've literally just played our first team. Luis Suarez does well into Leo Messi. Can he score a hat-trick against City? Yes, he can. Lionel Messi against his former boss's side has scored a hat-trick. Oh my god, I'm so pumped for this series now. We are playing some fantastic football against Man City. I know it's only the youngsters, but look at the build-up play, man, for this goal. Just brilliant. Well, I'm making a lot of changes as it seems like this game is pretty much done and dusted. Deulofeu comes on for Leo Messi, and let's utilize this team until the end of the game. Here's Gabriel Jesus. Huge tackle from Laporte. That's what he brings us, man. Fantastic defending from him. Rafinha. Rafinha with the finesse shot, and it's just wide. And now I guess the substitutions will be made. There you go. All 3 substitutions have been made right now. Here's Gerard Deulofeu, eager to see what he can do. Gerard Deulofeu goes for the shots. Wow, he was so close to scoring, but unfortunately it's above the crossbar. Deulofeu, brilliant turn from Gerard Deulofeu. He goes for the finesse shot and he scores as well. For those of you guys who followed my FIFA 17 Barca career mode, Deulofeu is somewhat of a cult legend because he has been fantastic, or cult hero, whatever you want to call it. He was fantastic in that series, and it looks like he's going to be fantastic in this one. Look at the way he turned that youngster. I'm sure that's a youngster, you know, 64 kit number. Regardless, good goal there from Gerard Deulofeu. I can't believe we've destroyed City 6 goals to 0. Unbelievable scenes. Again, I'm saying this, I know they've put out a huge squad, but still, 6-0 isn't a joke. This was domination from Barcelona, and this squad is already looking good. The defense is looking solid, midfield got the job done, and Paulinho, in fact, was surprisingly very good. Busquets obviously is insane, and our attack was just superb. Messi stealing the headlines once again. 6-0 against City in our first game of this series. Looks like we are contenders, obviously, to win the preseason tournament. I don't know what to make of this game because in terms of our gameplay, we were fantastic, but in terms of the squad we faced, it wasn't much of a challenge, and our midfield actually performed really well even without Rakitic, who has now been sold for £59.9 million to, of course, Manchester City, the team we battered, which is pretty interesting. We've got scout reports finally come back for Dahlberg and not Justin Kluivert, for Seri. Kluivert we have to wait for about 3 days, but I think we're going to go ahead and sign Dahlberg now because I think he's an affordable player to bring in, and I don't really want Paco Alcacer in the team. I'm not too convinced with Alcacer, so bringing in someone like Dahlberg I think will be perfect. With the loss of Neymar, we need to strengthen an attack, and with the aging players like, you know, Luis Suarez and even Messi, although I don't want Messi to go anywhere in this series, but we've got to be prepared. So getting players like Dahlberg and Kluivert will, I think, be absolutely perfect. We've already got Dembele. Let's try and get, of course, Kasper Dahlberg. So now time for the negotiations to begin for Dahlberg. Also, another thing, I know these videos are kind of getting a bit too long. I know it's only the first episode, but because of the negotiations being so in-depth, these videos will actually be long. But let me know in the comment section, what is the, duration of videos you prefer? Under 20 minutes or these 25, 26 minutes? Let me know in the comment section below. So first up, I offered Alcacer in a swap deal for Kasper Dahlberg, but Ajax were having none of it. They wanted a centre-back instead, and I thought of offering Mascherano, but then I decided, you know what, let's keep Maschi. He's been a good servant to the club. I don't want to get rid of him. I want him to, maybe retire at Barcelona. So I decided to offer a transfer fee for Dahlberg, and when I realized his value is only 14.5 million, I decided to put 17 million and just see what Ajax will come back with. And guess what? They actually just countered with like 20.3 million pounds, which is crazy for someone as good as Kasper Dahlberg. So I'm dishing out the money for him. We'll probably make back the entire money by selling Paco Alcacer for a ridiculous fee because he's young as well. So I'm up for this deal, man. We'll get Kasper Dahlberg, then we just need to sign Justin Kluivert or maybe any other young winger that you guys want me to sign, because I'm not too sure about bringing in someone for the Messi replacement, because I'm not decided with that yet. But before anything else, we talk about anything else, let's finalize this deal with, of course, Kasper Dahlberg. Now time for the drawn out negotiations with his agent and, of course, Dahlberg himself. So, I'm surprised the squad role that Dahlberg demands is sporadic, which is perfect because Luis Suarez will be playing at least this season most of the important games. So having someone like Dahlberg agreeing to being one of those rotational plays is actually perfect. So yeah, now I have no problems in selling Alcacer. So the squad role has been agreed, which is sporadic. Now time to discuss the length of the contract. I'm going to be offering him 5 years. Why? Because I want him to be at this club as long as possible. I'm not interested in getting rid of him. And I think Dahlberg is going to be one for the future in this series. In fact, one for the present maybe as well, because he's 78 rated, which is a very decent overall. In games like the Champions League games, especially in the group stage where we have maybe already qualified, this guy is going to come in handy. And also in those midweek La Liga games and those Spanish Cup games, I think Dahlberg is going to come through this season for us. We don't have any intention to set a release clause at Dahlberg's contract. That is what I told Dahlberg's agent. He was kind of disappointed, but I don't know why would Dahlberg want a release clause in his contract. He's already going to be playing at one of the best clubs in the world, if not the best. Why would he want a release clause? So ultimately Dahlberg's agent agreed to that, and the fees he wanted, the wage he wanted, was £17,000, a £220,000 per week. Not per week, the signing bonus of that much, an appearance bonus after 5 games of £84,000. I thought the appearance bonus was way too much, so I decided to just remove the bonus, increase the wage by like £3,000 and make it £20,000, which is not that bad. And I also increased the signing bonus a bit. I think that it's better than offering a appearance bonus, because I don't know, I just don't like that way of making deals. So let's offer £250,000 per week. Not per week, again that's a signing bonus for this Dahlberg signing. So let's go ahead and offer the agent that. I'm not sure who gets the money. Is it the agent or the player? Probably the player. But there you go, the deal has been finalized. We have signed Kasper Dahlberg from Ajax. So that is our second signing of this window. Our first signing being quality centre-back Aymeric Laporte to improve this defence, and our second one being obviously Kasper Dahlberg. Now we still need to sign a right winger, and right now I'm kind of confused whether we should get Justin Kluivert as someone who's higher rated. And also we need to sign now a top-notch midfielder because of Rakitic's departure. We do have a lot of money in the bank, so again, keep leaving your suggestions in the comment section below. Before we end this episode, time to have a scout report or a player scout on, of course, Kasper Dahlberg. He looks insane. Look at that for a strike from Kasper Dahlberg. If he can bring that to our game, that is fantastic. Imagine having a super sub like him who's that good. We're going to be training him non-stop so he can get to as high of an overall as possible, because Suarez is getting 30. I need Dahlberg to take the reins in like a couple of seasons, and I think he will, because he's that good. And obviously some of his highlights, he seems very good on the ball as well, which is something surprising because of his height and his physique. He feels so good on the ball. Look at that for that dribbling. A very good player indeed. We still have a lot of players to get rid of, like Arda Turan, Paco Alcacer, Alex Vidal, this Ortola guy, Andre Gomez. Yeah, a lot of business is left to do, and we still need to sign a midfielder. And again, this one is up to you guys. About that right wing role though, we need someone to replace Messi. Not replace as such, be backup to Messi, because we've got backup for that left wing role. Dembele and Deulofeu can rotate. For the striker role, we've got, of course, Suarez and now Dahlberg. But we have only Messi in that right wing role. I know I can play Rafinha in there, but I want to use Rafinha either in the midfield or, you know, sell him to, you know, get extra funds. Now guys, before we end this episode, time for you guys to vote for your player of the episode. Click the top right button, the I button on the top right of your screen to vote. And your nominees are Leo Messi for that brilliant hat-trick against City, and Luis Suarez for the brace against them. Both players did really well. Up to you guys to vote by clicking the I button on the top right of your screen. That is it for this video. We've made some great transfers. Suggest me transfers in the comment section for the next episode. 300 likes and you'll get the next episode tomorrow itself. Follow me on Twitter to stay updated with the channel and all the channel related stuff. Subscribe if you are new around here. Daily FIFA 18 content coming your way, and I'll see you guys next time.